Military surplus stores are dying. So after 9/11, Congress passed a bunch of laws. One of them was against military surplus, and in it they named textiles because they're worried that terrorists want to get military uniforms and impersonate military members and use that to carry out more attacks. So they passed a law saying that any textiles had to be dermoed. So like Humvee canvas seats had to be slashed, cut twice. Military uniforms had to be cut up, gear had to be cut up. So I was in Utah in like 2008, 2009, and the surplus store guys were like, oh, we got a bunch of 1928 haversacks. I'm just like, okay. And they're like, brand new, never issued. I'm like, awesome. But then I get to it and they had been demilled. They had been all cut before surplused out. And it's just like, I got it for like $5, but they're all cut. They're only good for salvaging the hardware from it to like repair other gear. And so over the years, less and less stuff is getting surplused out, and it's turning into auctions, and then like private individuals and companies are going to the auctions and fighting for whatever surplus stuff is through an auction to get it. So your typical brick and mortar military surplus store is going on its way out. They're turning into camping stores. Like we had one in my hometown that turned into a camping store, and they had less military surplus over the years. And then there's like Smith and Edwards in Utah that turned into like an everything store. I mean, they started off as a surplus store selling vehicles and gear, but then as time went on, they turned into an everything store where they're buying liquidation from other stores and selling it off at very low prices. So that's one of my favorite stores, and I go there whenever I can. But the business model for a military surplus is just as a storefront is almost entirely gone. It's only turning into like online sales, direct from warehouses or private collectors or individuals. There's a handful left. So like Ammo Can Man military surplus, they got rid of their storefront. Now they're only out of a warehouse and they're only mail order. And my local store in Campbell, California, used to go to all the time. They went out of business, and the guy's turning it into like a shop in his backyard to sell online. So everyone's going online because you just can't afford that business model with a storefront. You can only do it as like a side business now, or like selling out a warehouse mail order. And that's just the way it's going.